Namaste, and welcome to our continuing series, the Savitri series, part 21, 15 February 1963. Sri Aurobindo says in Savitri, all's miracle here, and can by miracle change. What is a miracle? Mother. That depends on how you look at it, from this side or that. You give the name of miracle only to things which cannot be clearly explained, or for which you have no mental explanation. From this point of view, you can say that countless things that happen are miracles, because you cannot explain the how or the why of them. I can't see what a true miracle can be, because after all, what is a miracle? A true miracle, only the mind has the notion of miracles, because the mind decides by its own logic that given this and that, another thing can or cannot be. But this represents all the limitations of the mind, because from the point of view of the Lord, how can there be a miracle? Everything is Himself, which He objectifies. So here we come to the great problem of the way which is being followed, the eternal way, as Sri Aurobindo explains it in Savitri. Of course, one can conceive that what was objectified first was something which had an inclination for objectifization. The first thing to recognize, which seems consistent with the principle of evolution, is that the objectivization is progressive. It is not total for all eternity. It is very difficult to tell, because we cannot get out of our habit of conceiving that there is a definite quantity unfolding indefinitely, and that there can only be a beginning if there is a definite quantity. We always have, at least in our way of speaking, the idea of a moment, laughing, when the Lord decides to objectify Himself. Like this, the explanation becomes easy. He objectifies Himself gradually, progressively, and this results in a progressive evolution. But that is only a manner of speaking, because there is no beginning, there is no end, and yet there is a progression. The sense of succession, the sense of evolution, the sense of progress only exists with the manifestation. It is only when one speaks of the earth that one can give an explanation that is both very rational and in accord with the facts, because the earth has a beginning, not in its soul, but in its material reality. It is also likely that a material universe has a beginning. If you look at it this way, for a universe, a miracle would be the sudden intrusion of something from another universe. And for the earth, This reduces the problem to something very understandable. A miracle is the sudden intrusion of something which did not belong to the earth. It produces a radical and immediate change by introducing a principle which did not belong on this physical world of earth. But there again, it is said that at the very center of each element, everything exists in principle. So even that miracle is not possible. One could say that the sense of miracle belongs only to a finite world, a finite consciousness, a finite conception. It is the sudden entry, the intrusion, the intervention, the penetration, without preparation, of something which did not exist in this physical world. So, obviously, any manifestation of a will or a consciousness which belongs to a domain that is more infinite and more eternal than earth is necessarily a miracle on earth. Namaste.